There are times in
All
our lives
right.
when we know what we're looking for and where we want to go, but just don't know how to get there. The compass is one of the greatest and most reliable navigation tools of all time and has been used by great explorers throughout the centuries. We decided to bring this trusted tool into the 21st century as an indoor positioning solution that's based on the anomalies found in magnetic fields, that universal, fundamental force of nature. Modern buildings all have a unique magnetic landscape, produced by the natural geomagnetic fields that interact with their steel structures. By using your phone's built-in digital compass, our patented solution can use this magnetic landscape as a map for pinpointing locations indoors. Our cloud-based, software-only solution makes indoor positioning ubiquitous and available for everyone, opening a range of possibilities for app developers around the world. They can build location-based applications for a variety of uses such as social navigation, search, safety, gaming, and advertising. IndoorAtlas's game-changing indoor positioning service is now available for a range of iOS and Android devices and open to developers worldwide. Free your imagination and build your greatest location-based app today. Try it for free. Sign up at IndoorAtlas.com.
Hey, Slush! Are you having a good time? My name is Inka. I'm the chairwoman of IndoorAtlas, company which is making indoor positioning ubiquitous. And more importantly, that will also change how we're going to interact with our digital services or applications, whatever they are, here indoors. How many of you have had some hard time finding your way at the venue? I guess all of us. Well, I'm a big lover of tech stories. I'm a startup investor myself, a serious kind of a entrepreneur. And what really struck me 2 years ago when IndoorAtlas founder and our fantastic CEO, Janne Helverinen, came to meet with us was really this story. Story of being able to precisely point my location and show this tiny, tiny blue dot indoors, just in the accuracy of 1 square meter. And more importantly, what was fascinating was the way he figured that out. Magnetic-based navigation really isn't a new thing. It has been invented a long time ago. But the reality that every single building in the world, which has any kind of a steel structures, has a unique magnetic fingerprint is a new thing. And we've applied more than 17 patents relating to this area and even been granted 3 of those. But how Janne came across with this idea was that he was playing with robots indoors. And the first robot he programmed to go to a certain route went all over the place. Well, you know, that's not interesting. More interesting is that the second robot, which he programmed to go to a certain path, which was exactly the same path, actually went, again, exactly on the same pattern. So actually, this enabled him to come up with the idea of the ubiquitous infrastructure-free positioning, which in a way is actually using the oldest infrastructure there is in the world, which is Earth's magnetic fields. So this fascinating story has taken us a long way. Since the foundation, the company has been featured everywhere, like New York Times, The Economist, all the key tech blogs. But what really took us to the map this September was when Baidu, world's second largest search company and world's biggest mapping company, invested 10 million as part of our Series A to the company. And I'm here to tell a little bit like, you know, what were the key choices and strategies that we took during these last 2 years in order to get there, because we're dealing with extremely complex and unique technology which has never been deployed before globally. So first relates really to the actual vision of the company. We don't have a small objectives. You know, we're aiming really to map every single building in the world magnetically. And having that small vision from the very start, you know, coming from Oulu University, top-notch research team. Our founder kind of had originally a hard time to find the people who had the faith and knowledge to understand that this could be made happen. Luckily, we were able to gather like super angels internationally, guys like Roman Kikta from US, Lifeline Ventures, to join on board, which enabled the team to kind of start to build on the technology and go forward with the vision. As a small company, there are a lot of, let's say, choices you can make during your path to the success. Well, we haven't yet hit 300 million mobile users, but we're very well on the path to get there. And second key choice that we made as a company was that we wanted to do 3 things in order to build our credibility and awareness. A lot of our work in the very beginning was relating to convincing people that the technology really can work. And to get the ecosystem to recognize us, we thought that, okay, let's go and shoot for flagship partners. And how do we do that? How do you do that as a small company? So only in 6 months, we released our first alpha version of our SDK for the developers, and that just blew everyone away. All the Fortune 500 companies started to contact us. There was a massive amount of developers. And what we basically enabled was everyone was able to put their floor plan to our service. You were able to start magnetically map that specific location and start testing our technology by building your kind of a test apps and so forth. And by this, we kind of aimed for only one specific thing, was more or less to become the de facto blue dot for indoors. And I think we kind of succeeded with the flagship partners. If you think about Baidu, they have more than 1.3 billion mobile end users. So now we're obviously working with them very intensively in order to get our technology deployed across all the possible services and use cases there are in the very competitive Chinese market. Third point that we had was our very rigorous product strategy, which has kind of 4 key cornerstones. First one is really the accuracy. We knew that from the very beginning that the company who's able to really lead the way and show the most accurate and solid blue dot indoors is going to win this game. The second point related to the hardware independency. Every single other competing technology in the market required some kind of a radio technology, whether that's wireless LAN or a Bluetooth, kind of a similar solutions. And we knew that that could never scale. Third point related to the fact that we were fully cloud empowered. I will talk to you a little bit more about that later. But it's not just providing the exact location for any application or service, but it's also about collecting the data and using that data in a smart way in order to provide analytics and other immense business opportunities going forward. And fourthly, most importantly, addressing the whole developer community around the world. So by providing our iOS and Android SDK, we were able to provide our cloud service to any developer around the world. So I would call this as a blue ocean strategy. Being a infrastructure-free or requiring zero infrastructure, it means that you're working on a super scalable opportunity. But really to get there, you need to get the ecosystem going while working with the really big partners, whether they are like online players or top-tier retailers or the biggest integrators of the world, and at the same time boost the ecosystem. And that's really tough for a small company coming from Oulu. Now, obviously, we're based in California as well. But we knew that based on our alpha launch that there are immense application opportunities. Search is a no-brainer. We can search a lot of stuff here indoors. Point of interest data, whatever metadata there might be in our surrounding areas. Social navigation, advertising, games. And we already know that this market will be immensely bigger than the huge navigation market that we have seen outdoors. So our developer experience has been one of our cornerstones in the strategy. And this was also something that Baidu highly embraced when we were starting to discuss with them. They actually started to test our technology very independently. They had found our application or SDK and started to test how to map venues, how to collect the data, and how to create applications. We just, by the way, this week also launched a new version of the product. You can find it both in App Store and Google Play. Please download it, check it out. We would love to hear your feedback. We would also love to hear whatever applications you're building there, because hopefully next year in Slush we will have immense amount of these cool services and applications that are built on our ubiquitous infrastructure. We provide our service for application developers for free. And the biggest reason for that is, again, kind of a coming to this platform strategy and getting a major investment from a major platform partner. By providing this for free, we're also able to collect the data. And by everyone kind of contributing to the data, and while understanding that there is a massive amount of algorithms which are being calculated in the background in order to provide the intelligence, everyone benefits. So obviously, now it's all about providing a solid blue dot. In the future, it's something else more exciting relating to analytics and, of course, the holy grail of advertising. So by far, we've been able to already sign up more than 12,000 developers. We're working very, very closely now with Baidu in China. Part of the investment was really the critical decision point that we were able to get access to their key customer base, which is very big. And Chinese market is really leading the way. We are basically spending more than 80% of our times indoors. And in Asian market, this time is even higher. And when you add that with this extremely dynamic and competitive mobile landscape, we suddenly learned that, compared to any application developers and all these 12,000 that we already have on board, this huge company is working on multiple very interesting use cases, rapidly deploying our technology across various locations in China. And we hope to tell you more concrete stuff on this in the future. But at the same time, world is global, so we're working in USA with flagship retailers. We have great partners with us as integrators, kind of bringing our technology not just to retail or traditional kind of example use cases, but even like mining industry. This technology works underground without communication connectivity, so it's a kind of a great thing. So the world starts to look fairly covered with our magnetic fingerprint locations, couple of in a fairly north part of the world as well, which looks like that couple of our competitors are testing our technology, but this is a true map. These are the locations where people are really printing, creating magnetic fingerprints and building their applications. So that was my story. I hope you found it inspiring. We welcome you all to test our SDK and also to come back with us any future ideas you may have relating to indoor positioning made ubiquitous. Thank you so much.